So welcome to my developer log here. I've been working on this in Blender, as you can see. Cheat Kits Blender graphic. So this will be the Elven Palace. The story is that the Elvens fought a big red dragon, and now they have to live in a swamp because the fire dragon is still after them. And their dwellings has to be underground. So I'm making a palace underground. Technically, it's inside a volcano, so this will be the middle of the volcano, which of course you can't see because it's underground. And this is the audience chamber, and this is the main king's chamber. The idea is that you will enter here, and then there's a couple of spare rooms over here, and you can make your way, and there's the guard quarters, and then that's the king's audience chamber, where only the top people will meet the king. And then over here there's sort of a small passageway, and this will be the chamber with all the gold. It's actually from the idea that let's see, we have to make it flip, just this way. Now, why is that? That's because the blue is the side you can see, and the rest is see-through. So now, when you're inside the hall, the main chamber, you can see the dome. But I will also like to have the dome should have a couple of holes in it where light can come in. So I will do this, and then just see, hey, let's go. It's like they have built a couple of light shafts going into the main chamber, so you have light in there. Now you can see when the red is outside and the blue is inside. It's always important when you do something to make sure that it faces the right way. Should I also make a small dome for this one? Yeah, let's just do that for the fun of it. It's simple enough. You take a shape like this. Okay, and then it's just delete everything that's touching something. Ah, not that one. Is that about? Yeah, that's about. Now it should be a little bit smaller than the king's ones, so I will just squash it a little bit. It is still a roof, but not as grandiose as the king's. Just make. too. Oh yeah, it's a little bit too. And again, of course, it is the wrong way, so we have to flip it, flip, flip, flip. Oh, so, and it should be, is that okay? Nope. You can see down there that the map is a little bit weird. Do it this way. Yeah. Now we also need the roof for the rest of the. Now these are simple enough. This color. Oh yeah. Yes, and now of course I can't place this here, because then it will be, and it will cover the small dome. So we will do magic. Place this here, and then we see this is the wrong tool to use at any moment, but I'm using it anyway. See? Okay. Oh. Yeah. The elves facing the wrong side up, but we'll look at that for a second. Okay, so in here we will have this needs to move the inch. Yeah. Got to flip this. As you can see, if you're looking from the downside, you can see through it. That's not a good idea. So let's just flip them. Oh, yeah, we have to. I'll flip this one. Wait a minute. Let's do. I have screencast keys, so people actually can see what I'm doing. Yeah. So flip this one. Flip this one. Okay. Now we also need something for that. So let's just. Yeah, we need a. We just cut this one. And then we just have to do the same as we did before. We have to take this one, move down a millimeter, and then use boolean. Oh, and then we this off, yeah. So when you're inside the main hall here, let's change it back to this one. When you're inside the main chamber of the king, things will look like this. I think I have to do this one more time. And the other side maybe is also, no, that's pretty good. Perfect, but good. There's a couple of empty spots there. So we will have to do, we will have to lie and cheat to get ahead. When this oh. Then we do the so now I have a surface here, so when my dome isn't touching perfectly, you can't see outside. And we have to do it with the dome also, because it's a little bit of design. Now all of this shouldn't be seen by the player, but there's a 1% chance, and we might as well. Okay, there's a little bit of okay, is everything covered? No, not everything. We need to add this one down here. Yeah. So now everything is covered with it's called the roof. The roof is on fire, and we have actually no. So we just say and center of map, and then we call it palace roof. Yeah. So now we got a palace, we got a king's audience chamber, and we have, yeah. Now we need a pathway into the building. Need to mark everything but the light. And let's put it over there. Oh, one important thing I've learned. When you're making a building and you have to place things inside it, you have to make sure that the scale is, it's all ready. Because when you put stuff inside it and the scale is, see, then it will be extremely difficult to get things to match together. Okay. So let's Let me show you how I make my question. It's supposed to go there. Okay. So now let me show you my way to make a simple map. First you take a surface, then you take a divider and take just 10, then mark it again and says 10 again. Now you got a pretty complex, and then you just need something for plan. Now we have an audience chamber on top of this, so let's place that. Oh, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Now you can do this with the block, or you can do it with circles. It's just which kind of building you're trying to make. Oh, my idea is this, that the way into the palace is hidden. Oh. So it's like a natural cave, and then when you have come to the cave, you find the audience, the lower audience chamber. Boom, 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 boom. And like a drunk sailor on shore leave. Okay. And then you just say E and move it down. See, now you have a pretty simple cave. Now, when I enter a cave, it's a spawn point, so you don't have to have like a path that goes out into the open. And, now we have to mix up a little bit. First we need, this is the stones, normal stones, the stone walls. This is the ground floor, but the ground floor, the stone ground floor should only be in here, and over there we need to make some kind of dirt to have something right. Yeah. And then all the part I'm deleting now is the part where there's normal stones. Then we take this and says, okay. Now you can see it's like you're going from one area to another area. And always remember to copy the name of the material, the texture. Now I can see this texture over here is wrong, but let's just, now all those empty things up here you're not using, you can delete it by going into wireframe and see, now you can delete all this so you don't have that for And I would like to add a little bit of this is just so it's easier for just so it's easier for the computer to figure out where my world starts and stops. Oh. Yeah. Mark cement. You can do this all over, but I'm lazy. So let's just say this is the wall. We can just do a simple unwrap and see. Is it? No, let's go to movie. Now you can see it's all crumpled up. So let's try this one instead. Yeah. Let's make it a little bit more. Oh. We also have to do it with the stones. They're looking all the wrong way. Again, let's try smart. No, that's even worse. Okay. Okay. This looks okay. Now we need to, let's do it with the earth also, just for so. See, here's the problem. Over here it's nice and constructed, and over here it's should be. Oh, sorry. It should be a little bit more shown around because it's a basic cave. So first you do this. You say select all the parts with cave, and that for. Yep. Then you have set up texture render something thingy. You go and see deform, displacement, find the right color, and then everything. So you say I only want this part over here. Now you can see the ground over here is bubbly. Looks like a ground you actually a cave ground, and over here it's plain because it's been constructed. Should we do it more? Actually, you should do it less because although it's a cave where lots of people have walked through. So let's do it just enough to like it is a cave. Yep. And then we face orientation, and everything is blue on the inside, so that's perfect. Then we need needs to be flipped. And then we call this entrance to palace. Yeah. Entrance roof. Oh, yeah, okay. I know I'm bad at spelling. So And this object, this scale is perfect, the scale is perfect. And now we will do we will export it, import it to, and it caves. So let's Elven Palace. Let's go over here, load. And now I import. Okay, Elven Palace. And because it's the first time I'm importing, I have to let's go over to Salasua, Salalule, because this is where I will place the Elven Palace. Now the Elven Palace is placed inside the sleeping volcano there, but of course you won't see it in there. I need a camera, level 3. So that's our first cave, the roof. Why did I call it level 3? And that's the roof, that's covers. Now you can see, when you look from this side, you can't see the cover because it's see-through, but if you look from this side, you can see it. So, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Let's make it 10 times 10 times 10 for the start of it. And let's place mesh collider on everything. Normally I would place this, and then we need to place it on -500. -500 is where everything happens in this world. Oh, yeah. This down here is a vine cellar for one of the trees. The idea is that deep in the wine cellar you can find the entrance to the Elven Palace. If my computer wants to participate. They gotta be stacked a little bit. And maybe 10 is enough. We'll take this one, place it further down, then take this tree and place on top of it. Okay. And let's take roof and place sheet. That's the point where player enters. It should be over here. dungeon. That's a scripts. Start of dungeon. Then we'll see Palace. And then we need to. This is where you start, so you might as well get. Let's make a. One more precise. This is where I start when I start the game because I don't enter the right way. Oh. That was something else. Okay, let's make just make this one so it's easy to find. This is just, it's called a placeholder. Into dungeons and there, and then we have this one. This goes there. So now I should be able to enter and exit my cave. Hey. First I have to go down to this blue point. Then it says you can enter the Elven Palace. Let's see what's happening. First it will save the game. And then I'm somewhat weird. Oh, yeah. It has to be bigger. Okay. Is that big enough for you? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Don't I have a ring of? Okay. Now we are inside the. You can see the floor is a little bit wobbly. Not a lot, but enough. And up here we will get to. Then it will transform from wobbly floor into. Oh! Ah! Yeah. Doesn't know this one. I haven't used it before, so we have to go to our textures. Says ja. Og vi skal have den der. So we will pull these two and put them into materials. Because then we can go and say oh, we already had it. I had it, but we didn't. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Whee! Of course, because it's editor mode. I can die, which is very lucky. Why did the blue? Yeah, oh, right behind me. Okay, this looks a little bit better, but I think it's because it's too. Yeah. Now it looks like something. Let's actually make this floor. Then over here I need another. But that's just, now you can see how you can make your own maps.